y'all. Take these bitches off the map.
What's up, Jack and my Beanstalk?
One and all, welcome.
I'm the Beatnik. This is the Pan American Road Trip. You are in Butte, Montana. Founded in 1863, this mining town is home to the second biggest mining disaster in American history. I've had my druthers here. It's been a beautiful time. Down over there was Hotel Walmart, medium traffic, good sleep. You had a fancy McDonald's over here, freaking fountain there. And then you had a Taco Bell, which I went to. And some jokester put his name in the machine as Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Butte. Stay tuned because we are hitting the capital city of Montana in this episode, Helena. As you can see, there's all these weird mining elevators. We're gonna go down, check one of those. And then the biggest mining scaff on this town, the Berkeley Pit. You can't miss it. It's almost like Minuet, Russia, a gigantic hole in the ground. Let's get this started before my tongue falls out of my mouth. Butte, Montana, to see what it is. This thing is epic. So this is supposed to be the biggest elevator shaft in town, built in 1886. That's pretty ironic. It says mile high on it, and this thing goes a mile down. So once you descend, are you just back at sea level? I was hoping you could look into the pit. It said on that sign, hundreds of men perished below our feet. And where we're going next, baby? So Butte is a mile high, and then you have to go back a mile down. So why don't we just build a tunnel all the way from the East Coast out here to the Rockies? All that counterweight. I did see on one of the signs it said they had to use as the original counterweight your mom. Yeah. And this isn't even the pit. Dublin Gulch. Girl, are you from Ireland? Because every time I see you, my penis be Dublin. Butte got the nickname, the richest hill on earth. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. All the copper here, biggest copper mine, richest hill on earth. Copper is used in everything. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electronics, even in instruments. You know, they call it the brass section. Brass is copper and zinc. You are here. One of the largest mines in America. This is incredible. Incredible! Another big elevator. And we're not even at the big pit. That's what's coming next. And you want to know what's coming next after next? On top of that hill, in very South American fashion, is a statue of the Lady Guadalupe. No established hiking trail, but I think we'll be able to make our way. One more thing I read. This big guy, the Mountain Khan, around this area was the first use of security fences. Just like a telegraph, they electrified a fence around this area to try to ward off any Union protesters. Electrocute them like a dog. boy, what the hell? This town is awfully charming. Going down Main Street now, and we are at the original elevator. They all have a death count, which is pretty badass. 40 dudes died in this one alone. There's like 60 of these throughout the town, elevators. If we're averaging 40 deaths, not very good at math, but 2,050 people dead? The children yearn for the mines. My math was actually pretty good there. The High Country News reports the Anaconda Mining Company lost 2,200 men under the earth in Butte, Montana. Boy, this is one haunted ass town. I haven't been able to put my finger on it. Goddamn ghost town out here. It's beautiful. I feel like it has a second leg in it. This place is huge. Who the hell is renting up there? Empty. Butte, Montana. 2,200 manly ghosts are wandering the streets here. Still gonna check out that pit. Let me suss out downtown a little bit more. This is how a lot of the towns out west are though. Once it's Sunday and a farmer's market pops off, that's when everybody comes out of the woodworks. Making our way to the pit. We have made it to the Butte pit, the site of the second largest mining disaster in US history. In 1917, 169 men perished in this very mine. The elevator collapsed, killing 24 men instantly, and the other 150 asphyxiated to death. The worst French mining story, they had horses in the bottom of the pit, and since they're European, they're going, hey, we get to eat some horses now? These men resorted to cannibalism. Look at that truck. That's a tanked up Tonka. So Daley, the billionaire who started this entire pit, made $300 billion. They called it a communal pit. And so Carnegie, Rockefeller, they start throwing their money in this pit. Made hundreds of billions. 2,200 men died. More trucks over there. Looks like this viewing platform opens in 15 minutes, so hopefully we could get in there for the cost of $5. I want to see this pit. They got strict drone laws in this town, so you can't even get in the air. What's behind wall number 1? It's too lit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Berkeley Pit Mine. Yo, this thing is 1.5 miles long, 1 mile wide, and this is where 25 billion tons of copper has been processed. Kind of looks like Mirny, Russia. Up in Siberia, there's this town on the biggest mine on earth. Bro, what the hell? But this has American charm. In Butte, Montana, she's a beaut. What are we saying over here? I saw they use drones to scare away wildlife. Just keep this totally as a production for man. This is pretty cool. You got the ore deposits. Mount Con, that's where we were before. And what's over here? The water table. They recycle all the water, I bet. Put it back into the rivers. Look at this, y'all. So the Anaconda Mining Company, after 169 men died at once, they donated these mountains to the east of the city, to the people. But now the government got their hands on it, so it went from private to public, back to semi-private. And nobody's really sure if you're allowed to go up there. Because there's communications towers, but a guy donated a statue there, which is what we're going to try to locate next. Wish I could have gotten you a better view of this. But no wildlife. Hey, bird, you're not allowed to fly there. There's a no-fly order here. The Butte Pit. This is a good one. Girl, are you from Ireland? Should I really be surprised? The once donated forest access roads are now all private. So this is as close as we get to Our Lady of the Rockies. Kind of reminds me of Blanco Jesus in Cusco or Christ the Redeemer in Rio. But this is as far as we get. Anaconda Mining Company, make $300 billion off the land, donate the rest of the land to the west. Now this is the east side of the city, and it is the third biggest statue in America, 90 feet tall. The only statues bigger are the Statue of Liberty and then this falcon statue in Florida. The original architect was Ryle, this German guy, an architect for the Anaconda Company. So the people of Montana, Butte, they tried to start a tram so people could go and visit the statue, right? But unfortunately, the city ordinance sided with the mining company. Now you can't hike up to the statue. You're never going to be able to take a tram up to the statue. Just look at it from afar, and that'll make up for the 2,200 men's lives that we ruined. I don't take it personal. I know that there's some nature to the north. We're about to go explore it. I just passed a pickup truck of Mexican dudes. 2 guys from Washington. Can you get to the statue, man? I said, no, they have it blocked off. This is the same exact situation in Salta, Argentina. Y'all remember? Remember? Where you ass was at when we were shooting in the gym? Salta, Argentina. I looked to the guy working the tram in the face. He tried to charge me $20. I said, "Baby, you'll go back and watch it." I don't know what to tell these guys. My country, you're not allowed to go up to the statue. I was allowed to hike to the one in Salta. We'll get our spiritual fill in Mother Nature. We got a bit of a side canyon here between Butte and Helena. Let's see if we could swim upstream. Hey, yo, what you doing? Guys, there's this thug about to rob me. Stopped in the canyon just to charge up a little bit. And I like what I'm seeing. I think we've got an opportunity here to put a dent into our 2026 goal, landing a fish on this channel. Very shallow, but there's a couple deeper pockets. I'm an expert at this. And then up there we might get lucky. I actually produced the show Deadliest Catch. For the first time, I'm gonna let you guys look into my tackle box. Got your basic rod that could catch up to a 6-pound fish. And this is from when I was a boy, but it should have enough for us to get going. You got your bobbers, you got your weights. I don't know what this is, some sort of mini harpoon, bait, hooks. I think I have some fly fishing. Yeah, fly fishing gear in there. Yo! That's me, baby. And now for the beginners. You obviously need a hook. You could look up a basic tie. Then you need a weight, a little bit of line, your swivel, your bobber. Baba, I thought that's who cuts your hair. Get it all rigged up, we'll be in the water. You guys know me. I like to try to keep a positive attitude, hype up good products when I find them. But here's my review of the $5 Walmart fishing line. The thing wouldn't even reel in. The entire spindle was broken. But I hate to have to do that. That's really sad. $5, taking up space in the car. We're gonna have to fish now after Helena. Have a relaxing afternoon. Now, I could go on a 30-minute rant about modern consumerism and the cheapening of products, man. But instead, some cold water immersion therapy. The fish might be safe, But I saw this in a commercial once. Commercials never lie. If I spray this, the women are going to run over the hills at me. Couldn't catch a fish, we're gonna catch a girl. Here they come. Maybe from over here. I think you gotta try it again. Come on, body spray. Smells like freaking Puerto Rico. Smells like South America, man. Confession time. I used to collect Axe. They haven't made these types of bottles. Excite. Maybe that's a discontinued flavor. Let's start the bidding war at $1 million. You fish think you're so slick? Think you could hide in your water? Well, I got news. I'm coming for all of you. I'm gonna catch every fish in the world. The fish strike back. Goddamn Poseidon. Goddamn Neptune. Goddamn Walmart fishing department. I can almost reach her. Let's go. Yeah. It would appear the elements have struck back. This setback gonna hurt, but that comeback gonna be beast. I'm gonna go find camp. Just a stone's throw away, and I come across this gem. We got firewood, a bench, a stump to put some work on it. There's a little loop here. Might take a lap around, see if there's a better spot. Ladies should be arriving any minute. Let's get dinner started. We're gonna get a roaring bed of coals going. Got my water starting to simmer. And tonight, we are having beef stroganoff. I mean stroke me off. Beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff. Ladies and gentlemen, Dinty Moore beef stroganoff. Cooked by campfire. Instant banger. I will say the meat reminds me a little bit of Hormel chili. That's really good though. You got carrots, a little bit of celery in there. You gotta give credit when credit's due. Who else up jacking they beanstalk? Whoever's on their lunch break right now. Heck, maybe you're fishing and you're watching this video. I would say don't break your rod. And for the guy at work, don't forget to clock back in. I've made that mistake. You're halfway through your shift. Found out you've been working for free for the last 4 hours. Jungle Beats, holla. Girl, are you from Ireland? Because when I say you, my penis is Dublin. One last thing I wanted to share for the night. I got this sweet new cup from Walmart. Got me feeling like a pimp. People pay 30 bucks for these things. Check clearance first. $5. Hydration hack. A little bit of lime in the water. You mix the lime in the water. It hydrates you better. Tomorrow, we have a pretty sick location between here and Helena. Stay tuned. As for me tonight, just gonna be having some fruit by the fire. Cheers, everyone. citrus after the most relaxing night's sleep ever. Today we're going to see the capital of Montana, Helena. But before that, we got one stop. We're going to finish up some fruit, do a little hygiene, then we'll hit the road. Even at my lowest, I'm still a family guy. And we are back on the road. Saw something interesting on the side of the highway, had to pull off. Strokenoff, if you will. Something I like about Montana, the name of the gas station is Town Pump. That's what I call my axe. We'll be at this site in just a sec, just a couple extra miles on the odometer. Odometer. Or is it the tachyometer? Sounds like some shit from Star Trek, yo. My tachyometer is going haywire. What is that? Hey, yo. Pretty sweet old tractor equipment. There's a mini sign here. It says, the Smelter Brothers made this in 1903. I smelt something all right. A juicy cave. So it doesn't look like we're intruding on any properties. There's fences over there. How deep does this go? You got the smokestack. And we're going in. What the heck? So it's probably not a cave. It's probably just a smelter. This is creepy. Alright, we don't need a strobe light. Could host a raven here. Very interesting. It must have gone deeper. And it collapsed. See how it's angled up? So that entire smokestack is probably connected to this underground. Very nice. Shall we ascend? Do a little property survey. Make sure nothing's posted. This retaining wall is tough. Great Wall of Montana shit. But I do see some barbed wire. The big smelter is going to be out of reach. It goes further down. Yo! But first this. There's metal. Cool. Dead end. Blocked off. No! What's inside these refrigerators? Find a gun stash. Locked. Pretty sweet. Side quest complete. One more stop between here and Helena. Jinkies! Ladies and gentlemen, the spook factor has increased tenfold. We have made it to the Comet Mine. It's a ghost town named after the mine in 1880. Got some private property up here, Glick Ave. And my boy Donnie the Glick lives up there. 1881, this was a ravishing mine. Copper, all kinds of base metals were pulled out of the earth. This was the biggest mining claim outside of Butte in the entire state. Jeez, man. Is this nicer than where I stayed? What is that? A stove? Sheesh. We're gonna keep our distance. Out here in the ghost town. I'm talking to you there. This entire mine was abandoned. 100 men would go down in the mine a day. And then eventually, there was an accident. Still, the mine kept on. 1880 to 1940, they finally shut down shop. And in that time, 60 years, they made $20 million. Is it worth it? Cost some lives. Walking down the ghost town. Maybe there was a shootout on this very street. Good news, good news. It looks like the fences go around. So we should be able to get inside there. Save it till the end. Le piece de resistance. There's a couple more structures up here. New York real estate agents be like, prime piece of property, riverfront, $10,000 an hour. What do we have here? Kind of looks like the chimney stack we were just at. And this one too is cordoned off. 5 bathrooms, open floor plan. You're not gonna believe how open this floor plan is. Donnie the Glick, where are you? Damn. The smush room's looking all right. Ladies, should I pull out the Axe body spray? Donnie the Glick, where are you? I know his mother lives here. Donnie the Glick, I'm calling you out. His mother looks unsightly. We'll have to come back. Time for the mine. Story. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the rickety, righteous Comet Mine. Very good. This is looking like a bar. Like a chef up here. Open floor plan. Island kitchen. There's a rock inside the house. Jeez Louise. These are the bunking quarters. Why is there a rock? Yo, who left their rock? It came through here. Wash basin. Oh boy. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. This is where the work was done. Nothing in there. Up and around. Whoa. Beautiful skylight. Damn. Boys are tagging it up. Let's elevate. $20 million of base metals were produced here. This is where we come to refine our stone, man. Turn coal into diamond. Maybe there's a conveyor belt, something sick up here. How big was this guy's bicycle? Who goes there? Got that in the Kia. V15 engine in the Kia. This is looking pretty hollowed out. Looking for some left behind diamonds. Where's this guy's diamond chest at? The Livingston Company? They definitely made it to the Nether. Propane accessories. That is the Comet Mine. Beautiful lake over there. I could post up. Go after Jimmy the Glick. Comet Ghost Town. Incredible stop. Now we breeze through Helena. Gonna hit me a little gym tan laundry, go to Walmart, get me a new fishing rod, then we'll find somewhere to sleep outside the city. Yeehaw.
Put that back.
You won't get away with this!
Hey,
Somebody
that's
help!
mine! Guard!
Come quickly!
Guards!
We've got a burglar!
Stop! Take the bomb! Stop right there, criminal! Then pay with your blood! It's off to jail. We release you.
Helena with the big guns from downtown. Watch out, RKO. Oh my god. Humana. That's one skibbity toilet right there. This bell looks like it has potential. It's still going. Got a pretty sick ride here. One tornation is this. That's one big bull. Yo. Stealth camp. Right outside the art museum. Vote for Beatnik for governor of Montana. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the Capitol building of Montana. This has to be the most accessible Capitol building we've probably ever been to. Who are these loons? You gotta check out the head in this John. I'll probably roll with some real nice bathrooms. Maybe I pass out. Spend the night in the John. Here it is. Okay. Marble. It's gonna be a good piss. I got the pipe bomb in my backpack. Front of the building, facing due north. This is the most psychedelic part. Getting some dome out here in Montana. Senator. Donnie Jenkins, I'm calling you out. This was a good stop. 20 miles west to MacDonald Pass. Old MacDonald, fuck your bitch. E-I-E-I-O. Good morning, fellow cholos. We have just departed from MacDonald Pass, descending into the Lewis and Clark Wilderness. 100 miles westward stands between us and our next Montana city. I've got one more skibbity left in this mission. Just a nice relaxing outro. I want to thank you guys. Remember to sub up, like up. I'll see you all next week. Peace!
my young niggas pulling up Bentleys, Aston Martins, Robbers and Teslas. Strapped with an FN, choppers, carbon, nose and steppers. Not ice, not in the fridge, not in the safe, look like treasure. We fuck, have a lot of sense in our head, feel like pleasure. Shawty super